3 months, 90 days later, and I still cannot decide whether the Garmin Venu 2 is trying to compete with the Apple as a smartwatch or with the Phoenix range as a sports watch. If pushed to either side, it falls a little short. Having said that, the Garmin Venu 2 lands directly in the middle and I believe is an attempt to close the gap between the two products categories. And while it isn't perfect, there are things to smile about. Welcome back. If you're new around here, my name's Lee and this is Fitness Focus. I review all things fitness. This is my review of the Garmin Venu 2. Let's start with the body. There are two sizes to choose from. The standard Venu 2 comes in at 45mm, which is what I have here. And if you have tiny teenage wrists, then the Venu 2S is 40mm and probably be for you. Both watches at the time of filming cost £299 or for our friends across the pond $399. They're effectively identical, but the 2S has a slightly smaller screen, 1.1 inches versus 1.3, and goes without saying a little bit less battery life. At the time of filming, the Venu 2 is on Amazon now for £264 or $349. Let's find out if after 90 days I still think it's worth the price. From the off, I want a watch that I can wear not only on activities but regular day-to-day stuff without it looking out of place. I also comfortable enough for me to sleep with. First thing I want to bring to your attention is the unbelievable bright and colourful OLED touchscreen. It's sharp, it's clear, and I was able to read it clearly even when I'm running. Some of the watches I've often struggled in bright light and I can't often see the data I want to see. I'm sure you've had this situation, especially in bright sunlight. There are only two physical buttons on both the right hand side. The top one is the activity start and stop button. By long pressing it, as you can see here, you will get a circle of shortcuts for settings and app. The bottom button is the back button, and it also doubles as the manual lap and set trigger. And by long pressing this, you'll get into your settings. As you can see, the watch is touch screen. Gone are the days where the lag was so frustrating. The Garmin Venu 2 touch interface is simple with a great response. This does, however, become a little bit difficult when it's raining and the screen is wet. And here in sunny Wales, that happens to be quite a lot. Talking about comfort and wearability, the watch itself is understated and attractive. The Venu 2 has struck gold with a balance of being low profile enough to get away with being a smartwatch, even allowing you to wear it for some formal occasions. With the added ability of changing straps, as you can expect with any other top spec Garmin, it's completely loaded with sensors. It's waterproof down to about 165 feet. It has GPS and GLONASS, a barometer, altimeter, perfect for hiking if you like to find your contours. It has a compass, a gyroscope and an accelerometer for motion tracking, a thermometer, ambient light sensors, the list goes on. The heart rate monitor and pulse oximeter represent the first use of Garmin's new Elevate V4 sensor, which has upgraded infrared sensors as well as more sensors for better accuracy. This I have found to be not far off the chest strap on the same activity. Even if Android or iOS, the Venu 2 has you covered. On the notification side of things, allowing you to do simple things like answer calls, send quick replies. You have the ability also to use Garmin Pay if you link a card through your Garmin Connect app. Also, you have the option to load up to 650 songs onto the watch. The talking point for the gap between a smartwatch and a sports watch is often the battery life. The Venu 2 crosses that bridge with ease. Often I can get over a week's use on one charge. Then the watch can be fully charged by the time it takes me to have a nice soak in a hot bath. I must also point out that I'm wearing this watch permanently. That's sleeping, and it includes sophisticated sleep tracking where I often like to analyse the data, and it's often spot on with timings. But what I will say is if I get up in the morning to go for a pee, which, let's be honest, I'm getting on a bit now, so it's more often. By the time I go back to sleep, the Venu 2 struggles to identify, for some reason, me going back to bed and only realises the first time I've woke. The ability to change watch faces is still available with the Venu 2, and the live watch face is a snazzy option I really haven't utilised just as much because I use my own custom logo. Now, before I move on to the things that wind me up about the Venu 2, if you're enjoying this video, please click that subscribe button and comment below what number subscriber you are. That way, in a few months, when we look back, we know how long you've been part of the Fitness Focus team. Now, the bit you've been waiting for, let's talk about my biggest frustrations I've found in the last 90 days using the Venu 2. Now, it has all the necessary sensors and it has plenty of storage, but it does not boast all the activities that the Phoenix or the Forerunner range seem to have. It's almost as if Garmin have deliberately aimed this watch at those who live in the city and don't like getting out in the mountains. Why would they do this? Why would they miss these things out? With a lack of trail running option, a lack of mountain biking, triathlon, there is no triathlon option whatsoever. Compiled with the fact that it only allows you 3 data fields. And if you're a data nerd like me, 3 data fields is just not good enough. Whilst it does come with probably the best video tutorials on a watch I've ever seen, it gives you the option of doing things like HIIT and strength training and takes you through a guided video. This is amazing, but I'm not sure the ability to do that counteracts the fact that it doesn't have navigation. And whilst you can download an app in Garmin Store, I know you hear Garmin Connect, I know you're saying it there, the breadcrumb screen you get is pretty much useless. No information other than a few lines and an arrow that doesn't generally go in the right direction and takes a while to point the way you're going. In summary, the Garmin Venu 2 offers a bright, sharp display, attractive design, easy to use interface, a highly responsive touchscreen, over a week's worth of battery life in full GPS mode, in-depth sleep tracking, amazing strength sessions accompanied by video tutorials, but it lacks no onboard maps. The lack of activities such as triathlon, which will be a big pull for people, mountain biking, trail running, the lack of customizable data, i.e. data fields. To me, it just doesn't make sense. Why would Garmin miss these features out? Especially when it has all the abilities to do it, all the sensors, all the storage to be able to compete with the Forerunner 945 and the Phoenix 6. Having said that, I can't see it having a purpose for someone that doesn't mind what it's lacking, i.e. if you're not into running in the mountains or triathlon and you just want something for strength in the gym, this is going to be the watch for you. It's subtle, it has a smartwatch look, you can wear it at all occasions, it lasts over a week. Is this watch for you? But for me, being an ultra runner who loves data, I think moving forward I'm going to be jumping to the Garmin Forerunner 945, which funnily enough does offer the maps, does offer the data screens, and for an extra $100 I think it's worth it. Team, that's the end of my review of my 90 days with the Garmin Venu 2. Given all things considered, it's a great watch, suitable for many people, just not me. I give it 7.5 out of 10. Question of the week: what points brought up in this video would be a deal breaker for you? Remember, if you like my video, could you hit that subscribe button, run a comment down below, that would be appreciated. And if you're a Strava user, watch this video, it could just change your mind on it. Remember, make fitness your focus, and I'll see you Sunday.